Welcome in the kitchen. I'm so glad you all are here and you've come by at supper time to have dinner with us tonight. We're going to have some pepper steak and rice. I've not fixed this in a long time. Pepper steak with tomato gravy and rice. Yum. Mama used to make this a lot. I'm trying to get back into cooking more of a variety of things. And this is something Mama used to cook. We're also going to try something new, something I have never had. I don't know if y'all have or not, but I bought these at our local farmer's market yesterday. They are yellow oyster mushrooms. Look at them. Can y'all see those good? And you're supposed to just saute them up with some butter. So, we're going to do that, but that'll be toward the end, and I'll let y'all know what they taste like, if they're good or not. And if they are, he's got several other kinds of mushrooms that I've never tried. I've heard of them, but I've never tried them. So we'll get something different next week. Maybe I'll take y'all to the farmer's market with me next week, and we'll just see what we can find to bring home and cook for dinner. Okay? Because we're starting to get lots of local produce and things in at our local farmers markets now. So maybe I'll just bring y'all along next week to the farmers market. Andy loves it. He talks to everybody up there. First of all, I'm going to put some oil right here in this skillet, because that's number one. We need some oil to fry our beef in. And this one, y'all know how I do my rice. I've got some butter right here, about a half a stick of butter, which is what I start with. And it's so hot today that just come right out of there. It's just melted, just almost completely melted out. So I'll turn this on, and I've got my 2 cups of rice right here. Y'all, I'm trying to get things measured out for y'all. So, and I've got 4 cups of water right here for our rice, already measured out. Can you believe it? I'm kind of together a little bit together. But we're going to add to that, you all see me do it when I make chicken. This is beef bouillon. Okay, and I'm going to put like a heaping tablespoon of this Nor beef bouillon in here, just to give it some flavor, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and stir that up in this water so that it can be dissolved. That just makes like a beef broth, you all. If you've got beef broth, go for it. If you've got home canned beef broth, by all means use it. I don't have, so I use that. It's got a lot of other flavors in it as well. So that's what I use. So we're going to get this rice to browning up here in this lovely butter right here. Y'all, that bouillon's got a lot of salt, so I don't add salt or pepper or anything else to this rice. Just that tablespoon of bouillon seasoning. And of course, you all know to adjust that depending upon how much you're cooking. I've got 2 cups of rice, 4 cups of water. And for my rice, the way we like it, I always do 2 to 1. If you like yours stickier, add a little more water. If you like it drier, leave a little bit of water out. That's just a good starting point if you've never cooked rice before. And I always brown mine in butter and saute it first. Some people do not do that. All right, while that's starting to get hot right there, okay, I'm going to turn our water off so I can make our tea here. I've got my water boiling in the tea kettle. I'm going to put it right over those tea bags and let that sit right there. I'm going to grab this meat right here. It's thawed out. I'm going to come back over there, so y'all just hold on. I'm going to dry off this bag. All right, here I've got our We'll slide that back there. And here's our meat. This is that real thin sliced steak I cut with those new knives the other day. All right, and to this bowl right here, I'm going to add some cornstarch. Now, I don't know how much. Should I measure it for you? I'll try to measure it. There's an ant. Y'all, I fight with ants. I don't know about y'all this year, but ants have been horrible this year. I think it's because we've not had any rain. Into my bowl, 1/2 cup of cornstarch. Okay? Just 1/2 cup of cornstarch right there in that bowl. All right, let's see if we can get this stirred just a little bit. Yes, it's starting to sizzle over here. Now, this is another real quick supper. Real quick supper. All right, to our cornstarch, I'm going to add a tablespoon. And this is a more leveled off tablespoon. And I'm not sure I'm going to add all of it. Yeah, I will. A tablespoon of that bouillon. Okay? And I'm going to mix all that up good. Well, that's got water coming out of it. I took it out of the dishwasher. See, I'm just going to mix that up so that that bouillon goes through all of that so I don't have clumps. Okay? Maybe if I can scoot y'all back just a little bit more, you can see a little better, I hope. I'm having a hard time. I don't have a lot of space over here, y'all. All right, now then. Those scissors are about dull as dirt. Those are good and sharp. All right, it's brown and pretty over here, y'all. I'm going to turn it down. I don't want it to brown too fast, because if it does, it'll burn. Okay, now then, I'm going to add our meat right in here. If I can get it to come loose. There we go. That's just our real thin strips of meat, you all, that we cut. Real thin. See, look here. They're very thin. Real thin. Okay? And I'm just going to toss that all in this cornstarch. Not with that little whisk, though. I'm not. Get me a fork. You can use your hands. And this cornstarch that's on this, that I'm going to brown this in, will then help to thicken our gravy, tomato gravy. Okay? I'm trying to do it all at one time here. So y'all just going to have to, we're going to go from stirring the pot to stirring a mixing bowl here. Trying to get all that right there apart. And that 1/2 cup of cornstarch was just the right amount for what I'm doing here. Now there again, you have to judge the amount that you're cooking. We just want that cornstarch over that meat nicely. Can y'all see how that is? How that cornstarch is just coating that meat? There's a danged old fly in my kitchen. Y'all, it's summertime. Ants and flies and things come in because it's cooler in the house. In the wintertime, we have ladybugs because it's warmer in the house. All right, we've got our meat ready to go in here. I'm going to get this eye turned on. I'm going to move this butter. If I don't, I'll have butter running all over the top of the stove. Okay. Okay, I believe that's good. I'm going to add this broth right in here. Okie doke. Now then, let's get all that down off the edges. I'm going to turn this down to medium low and put the lid on it. Okay. There we go. There's our rice. Now that'll get done in just a few minutes, and we'll be ready to go with that. Let's see what our temperature is here. Not quite warm enough yet. So I'll keep stirring this around. See if I've got any pieces that are left. I don't think I do, y'all. I think I could just about dump this whole thing in there. Okay. Still not quite warm enough. I turned it up just a little bit. It'll get hot in a hurry, won't it? Put this over here in the sink. Get it out of our way. Okay. I may have too much oil in there, y'all. I'm going to see if I can scoop a little bit of that out. Now, if I need it, I can add it back, can't I? I don't want my gravy to be oily, so I'm trying to... Got a little too much. Rather have too little as too much, because I can always add it, but I can't take it out. Y'all know how that goes. All right. Yeah, that's good. Let's just dump all this in there and try to separate it out as we dump it. See, I'm trying to... separate it out as it dumps in there. Okay, put this over here to be washed. Alrighty. Turn that down just a little bit, and I am going to have to add a little bit more of this back in, which is fine. I'd rather add it back than need to take it out. You know? And this should fry very quickly. Well, this was New York strip steak that I'm using right here. I'm going to zoom y'all in. Try to get y'all there where you can see. All right, this was just New York strip steak that I sliced up real thin. For this or for stir fry, we need to make some stir fry one night. We've not had that in a while, have we? You can use any kind of steak, round steak, sirloin steak, London broil, any of those that you can slice real thin, and when you slice it against the grain, then it makes it tender. And if you don't have cornstarch or don't want to use the cornstarch, you can use flour. Cornstarch, for some reason, I just thought I'd use it tonight. No particular reason. I normally would have gone to flour. But I just thought I would try the cornstarch. And it does kind of stick to your meat a little bit better than the flour does in something like this. I added every bit of that oil right back in there, y'all. Every bit of it right back in. That's okay. I'm going to turn this down and let this cook, because I'm going to chop us an onion and some peppers and toss in here with this meat in just a minute. So, while that's cooking, let's chop us up an onion. Y'all can't see me. I'll zoom y'all back out. Maybe I will. Now then, I think y'all can see me chopping this pepper right here. I think. I'll put y'all back here in the corner. Can y'all see my pepper? Or my onion, I mean. It's not a pepper, it's an onion. This is another one of those big strawberry onions. These are just great big Vidalia onions. I think they're Vidalias. They're very sweet onions. I'm assuming that they're big Vidalias. I do not know for certain what they are. Okay. I'm just going to slice this onion thin, just like this. And I'm just going to go ahead and start adding it in here with this meat. That way I can kind of guesstimate how many onions I've got and how many I need. Because I don't think I'm going to need all this. So if you want these knives that I use, there's a link below. And there's a coupon code good for 5% off. I know in my other video I said 20, but it's not. It's just 5%. But that's a lot when you're looking at how expensive these knives are. Get them before August the 13th. And this is 2024, okay? But look how thin that'll slice that onion. Look at that. That's so thin. They're the best knives. They really are good knives. I believe that's enough onion. I don't need that. All right, let's cut us up some pepper. I believe one of these peppers will be plenty. I'm just slicing it kind of thin. This is a pimento pepper, you all. I'm just going to toss it right in there. All right, let's get the other half of this cut. I've got this turned down on about medium now, you all. I could have used my frozen peppers and onions. I absolutely could have, but I've got fresh ones, so. And I don't have any peppers sliced in the freezer. All of my peppers are chopped. And for this, I really like them sliced better. See, we're going to have a big old skillet full of stuff, aren't we? But y'all know I've got a boy that likes to eat. I sure do. He likes to eat. All right, now then, y'all know the last thing I'm going to put in there, don't you? Some mushrooms. But now I'm not putting my yellow ones in here. I'm going to do the yellow ones separate, okay? So if y'all want to see the yellow ones, y'all have to watch all the way to the end of this video, because that'll be the very last thing I do, and I'm going to put them in a separate skillet with a little bit of butter and a little bit of salt, because that's what they told me to do with them. And then we'll just eat those on the side. Let's see, maybe one or two more here. And that'll be enough of these for this. Do you all, let me know if you all have farmers markets where you live, and if you do, and what kind of variety of things do they have? Y'all leave me some comments and let me know about your local farmers markets, and if you even have local farmers markets. Alright, I'm going to get all this sauteed up here, and then I'm going to put our tomatoes in there for our tomato gravy. Turn the lights on. He's in here, y'all. He just came in. I guess he could smell supper. It's getting to be about supper time. All right, let's check on our rice and see how it's doing. Oh, it's doing lovely. It's not done, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Y'all can see I'm just frying this up. I'm going to taste that meat, see if it's got enough seasoning on it, because the meat, most of it is done. I don't want a big piece. I just want a little big baby piece. See? Now that meat's delicious. Delicious. But I am going to add a little more of that bouillon when I add my tomatoes for our gravy. If you've got lots of good fresh tomatoes, chop them up, throw them in here. If you have, if you're like me, I don't like chunks of tomatoes in sauces, so I puree my tomatoes. Still the whole tomato, it's just pureed, and that's the way I can mine. So I'm going to go ahead and add this in here. Maybe y'all can hear this. Did y'all hear that whoosh? Break the seal on it. That's 1 quart of tomato puree. It won't be long till I'll be canning tomatoes again. Now, if you've got tomatoes, canned tomatoes, you can use those. You can buy tomato puree in a can. This is something I hadn't made in a long time, and I just thought, that just sounded so good to me for tonight. And I know it's going to be. I know it's going to be. All right, here's another tablespoon. I don't know if I'll use all of it. That's about a half a tablespoon more. But like I said, you've got to use your own judgment about your taste and about how much you're making. Now, like I said, This is for the amount that I'm fixing, which was about 1.5 New York strip steaks. Okay. It may need a little bit more because I'm not. Yep, it's going to need a little more. Let's add about another half a tablespoon. Okay, so all in all, I've got 2 tablespoons. One in with the cornstarch in the meat, and then another tablespoon in with the gravy. Okay, and that will probably be enough. I'm going to let it cook a little while before I taste it again. But doesn't that look good? I could have put some yellow peppers in there instead of the red ones. That would have been pretty with the red of the sauce. Wouldn't it have been pretty? That's much better. We'll let this cook down. And I'll be back when we're ready to plate it. Alrighty, y'all. Y'all can see I've got me a little skillet out here now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fry up these yellow oyster mushrooms. Put me some butter right there. And he said you just slice them off just like this. So that's what I'm going to do. You can just break them off, I'd say. Well, they're a little tough. Okay, our butter's melted. All right, just drop them in there. You can eat this stem. I may just save it. So to see how pretty these little things are. Look at them. They're pretty. Look at the back of that, how white that is. They're beautiful. They're yellow. Of course, yellow is one of my favorite colors. So, you know, I'd have to have yellow mushrooms, right? Uh-oh. Come back here. One of them tried to escape. Let's put just a little bit of salt on them. Y'all, I had to turn me a fan on. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not. I hope it's not bothering you. Just a little bit of salt, because I always salt my mushrooms just a little bit. And you're supposed to fry them till they kind of get a little crispy. So they'll get crisp, from what I understand. So and they are cooking down just like a regular mushroom, just like a white button or a baby Bella mushroom, which that's the ones I use all the time because that's what I get at Sam's. But I thought for something new and different, we'd give these a try. I'm anxious to see what they taste like. Are you all? I wish y'all could come and sit in my kitchen with me and taste everything I cook. And they're losing some of their color. I'm going to bring y'all down here so you can see them real close. See how they're browning up here? But they're still yellow. Look at the brown bits now. They're sauteing up beautifully. There's one. I'm going to get it out because I can't wait, y'all. I just can't wait to try it. Okay, I'll set y'all back up here because I believe they're done. I'm going to turn them off. Okay, got them all turned off there. Let me get a little bowl to put them in. All right. And this one I lay down. I'm going to try this little. Didn't have much of a flavor. Let's try a bigger one. It's hot. Let it cool just a minute. Gonna let it cool just a minute because it's hot. Y'all, that kind of tastes like fried eggs in a way. Kind of like an eggy flavor. It's a mild flavor. It's not real strong. They're good. They're good. Like I said, next week I'll try to take y'all to the farmer's market with me. And we may talk to the guy about his mushrooms. And we'll try something different next week. Okay? All right, here's our rice. It is done. Our pepper steak is done. And it's all going to be so delicious. I'm going to wait till the boys come in before I put it on the table. But y'all remember to like, share, subscribe, comment. Leave me some comments. Let me know about if you have cooked different kinds of mushrooms, and let me know about your farmers markets. And ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss a video. That'll be all for this one. I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.